Hey, how's it going, everyone? Hopefully you guys are having a great, positive day. And if you guys have not already, make sure you guys hit the like and share button, and also subscribe today to see more of my content that I produce on this channel. So obviously in today's review we're discussing Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. So I did a couple of videos regarding this movie last year, and needless to say, I was pretty hyped about it. Still am. After seeing it. Now I did get to see it a little bit early, so I do have an early review out for you guys on this channel. Of course, when I first saw this trailer, I was very excited. I know, a Winnie the Pooh horror movie, just the concept alone is weird, twisted, and a lot of this movie is also weird and twisted. I will discuss that in a non-spoiler review. Nothing like a cheap movie, a movie that ruins people's childhood, and produces amazing, astonishing content. I mean, the trailer was even so cheap to the point where they used the Green Goblin's scream in the trailer. Did this movie deliver on the hype? Yes, it absolutely did. Obviously, this movie isn't perfect, but I never expected it to be. Nor did the movie expect us to believe that it was going to be something fantastic. I mean, the dudes are wearing rubber masks, pretending to be animals, killing people. And the movie pretty much goes with it. That should let you know right there that they're not really trying to be a quote-unquote great or good movie. It's just basically a Winnie the Pooh twisted story that is a slasher movie with just comedic moments, horrible decisions from characters, and some actually pretty creative and interesting kills in this overall movie. Now, due to the fact that these characters were public domain, there are certain things that they could not do with this movie. For example, they could not have the characters talk like they would normally talk. They could not have Christopher Robin look like Christopher Robin. They couldn't have certain things mentioned looking the same way that they do in the book. So they obviously took their own liberties with certain things, like for some reason Christopher Robin is either Australian or British.
We used to be friends. Why are you doing this, please? I would have never left, I swear.
Sorry if I'm not correct regarding where he's from, but just things like that they changed up just to work with this movie. Now feral and bloodthirsty, Winnie the Pooh and Piglet terrorize Christopher Robin and a group of young women at a remote house. That alone should let you know the type of movie that you're getting. This movie was made public domain and it was shot within 10 days. Like literally just 10 days. But what surprised me is the fact that the quality was actually better than The Mean One, which was the Grinch horror movie that came out last year. The quality was actually better than that movie, which surprised me dramatically. It surprised me a lot. And the shots in this movie were actually really creative, very artistic. The set designs were actually the best part of the movie, if I'm being honest. The set designs were actually really, really cool. And they had some unique and interesting ideas for what they did with Winnie the Pooh and Piglet's lair and stuff like that. It felt very Texas Chainsaw Massacre, you know, Leatherface-ish. It just, all those horror tropes that they had in there just looked really cool within the sets. I mean, being that this is a lower budget movie, much like The Mean One, the audio quality is not the greatest in this movie. You know, you can feel it kind of like background noises, and certain characters are making certain echoes. Also, I just want to say the female actresses in this movie were crap. However, that's not the point. The point is that they're supposed to be characters that they take out one by one, Winnie the Pooh and Piglet, as this is a slasher. That's why they are the way they are in this movie. But Christopher Robin is the highlight character in this movie. The dramatic acting this dude has, and there are certain scenes that happen to him, I want to get into a spoiler review with this movie, that happened to him that really sells us on some of the things that happens. There's a scene in there, and I don't want to give too much away, between him and Winnie the Pooh that actually did sell me on the character. It was actually surprisingly good and really surprisingly tense as well.
You know, you're the first person I ever shown this place to.
And why am I so special?
Because soon we'll be Christopher and Mary Robin.
You should be close now.
We're not going to find them.
We will. Pooh, Piglet, Iyo, we were friends for many years.
And I actually really did enjoy that in this movie. Being a slasher movie, there's a lot of tropes that they have in there, like excessive amounts of blood, like blood to the max. Like this should be a feature for a Mortal Kombat game, right? And on top of that, there's lots of titties, like lots and lots of titties. Like it's crazy because I'm like looking, there's parts where they just flop out. I'm like, what? But I can see what they're going for. They're making fun of slasher movies, so in that regard, I can see what they're going for, but it was just, you know, excessive. The practical effects in this movie showed the lower budget of the movie, but however, 70% of the time it actually looked really good. Like the stuff that they were able to accomplish with some of the masks and stuff like that. There's even a part where you see Winnie the Pooh crying and you see tears coming out of his eyes. It worked very well. And even just like subtle things like saliva coming out of the mouth just looked really, really good. Or the way blood would pour out. Or the way the effects looked when they actually killed some of the characters looked really good as well.
We used to be friends.
I feel like this is gonna start a trend in just childhood rape, where they just rape everybody's childhood that you grew up with these shows, and they're just gonna completely just destroy them. They already got the Grinch, they already got Winnie the Pooh, and I supposedly heard that they're doing Bambi as well. So this is starting a whole trend in that, and you know what? With this movie, it worked. I'm not sure if it's gonna work for every movie, but so far I've been enjoying it. Overall, I got what I wanted from this movie. I mean, it's nothing super creative, and I wish it was a little bit more creative. But for what they did with this movie and the thing that they accomplished and the certain spoofs and stuff that they did in this movie and making fun of certain horror tropes, like characters making stupid decisions and unnecessary titty moments and, you know, just tons and tons of gore, this movie really did deliver on what it promised. It's a Winnie the Pooh horror movie with like these cheap looking masks that goes around killing people. I mean, what else do you guys want from this movie? It's a lot of fun. It gave me what I wanted, and I probably would watch it again. Specifically a scene with Christopher Robin and Winnie the Pooh. That scene, I can't wait to get into a spoiler talk, but it's just everything. Critically, I'd say it's a decent film. Nothing major, nothing great. It's a good solid film from my point of view, from the sense of an entertainment factor. But yeah, it's just decent. It doesn't give us anything major. It just gives us something that's entertaining for not even that much longer than an hour. So yeah, it's gonna give you your time back. It's gonna do all that other stuff. It's just entertainment. I feel like this Winnie the Pooh character that they made here is gonna go down in just iconic moments, specifically with a Christopher Robin scene that I want to mention so bad, but I can't. You guys are gonna just have to watch the movie. Guys, make sure you guys go check this out. It's a wild, wild movie. I can't believe we're at the point where we're making our childhood characters just like creeps and murderers. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully you guys are going to enjoy the movie when you guys go see it. If you guys like this video, make sure you guys hit me one of these. Make sure you guys upvote this to let me know, or let YouTube know, that you're enjoying what you're watching. And as always, if you guys like the video, make sure to subscribe today to join the Civilization.
Oh, bother.